Hi everyone, this is Diane from Simply Simple Scrapping. Happy New Year! Today is New Year's Day. I hope you guys had a wonderful day celebrating the New Year with your families and friends. Today I was going to tackle scrapbooking pages, scrapbooking layouts. I have never ever done a layout before, so this will be my first time. I bought this at Michael's. It was like, I think $40, but I got 50% off. And this is their nice soft leather scrapbooking album. And the one thing that I do love about this compared to the other scrapbooking albums is these 3-ring binders, to where I can make it work to how I need it to work. There's the other ones that are together and you need to separate them and add more pages if you wish. But this one, that's the thing that I loved about it, is that I can easily purchase more of these inserts and keep adding on. So when I purchased this, I told myself that I was going to start doing scrapbooking. I've always been intimidated, I guess, with scrapbooking layouts, because I've watched videos and I've had friends that do scrapbook, and they have elaborate layouts, beautiful layouts. And to me, I'm starting out, so I just don't know how to tackle it, I guess. And so what I did was, so that I can make sure that I told myself as a New Year's resolution that I would put pictures in this album. I wanted to do this for several years now, not months, years. So this is one way for me to do it, is actually doing the layout, inserting it here so that it's ready to go. And what I did was, I knew that this was the paper that I wanted to use. It's the DCWV, the Winter Wonder Stack. I've used this for my previous cards on my videos. So going through this, I knew that there was a lot of wonderful pages that I wanted to use. And in my head, I wanted 4 pages for my layout. So I created the 4. And going through it, I wanted, this one I picked out. I picked this out because I said to myself, all right, I like the snowflakes. I like how this page looks. So I think I'm going to do this one. So I went ahead and started going through them. And I told myself, oh, I want to do this one as well, only because it's gray. Out of all these pages, there was just a few of them that was gray. And not only gray, it had the birds and the branches and the circle doily looking effect. So I wanted to do this for sure. So that was 2. And as I'm going through again, kind of wanted this one. This would have been really pretty as well. And I'm just going through it, trying to see which one I wanted. And I went ahead and decided for, that one's really pretty. I knew I wanted this one, because for my first album, it's going to go for the first few pages. So I wanted it, and the new year coming up, or it's already here, I wanted it to be winter. January, December, it didn't matter to me, but I still wanted it to be a winter theme. So for this, I wanted to add this so that I could put a couple of my Christmas pictures in there. So I added that. And let's see if I have a couple more, and this one as well. I knew I wanted to do this one because of the penguin. Okay, so once I had that figured out, it's right here. Okay, once I knew that these were the pages that I was going to use, the next thing I needed to do was decide on prepping it up for the layout. And this actually just really took me 5 minutes. 5 minutes to do everything. Alright, like I said, I knew that I wanted the papers in here, just so that I don't have to think too hard of coordinating papers to go along with these four paper stacks that I chose for my album. Once I did that, I went ahead and just glanced through my book and decided which one do I want to put in there. This was one of the papers. This one was a scrap because I did a card yesterday with this type of paper. And this was the other paper that I chose. And also this. All these came from the same stack. What I went ahead and did then is that once I chose my coordinating papers, which were these, I started cutting them. Just using this. Okay? I just started cutting them and I didn't even measure them. So that's how I approached it. I didn't want to worry about a 1/4 inch, 3/4 inch, all these different cuts. I just wanted to go ahead, take a look at each paper, cut up the paper that I needed, and if I have leftovers, then I could go ahead and use that for the next paper. No worries. I told myself, don't get stressed out. Just do what you need to do, lay it out, and if it looks good, it looks good. So that's how I started it, and that's how it came out, and I was actually really happy with it. So with this one, this is the approach that I took. Okay? I'm going to do each one of them individually. So I knew that I wanted to put this here. A little bit thicker than all the rest. And then all I did was just gathered all the rest of my papers and started cutting them up in little strips. Just little strips like that. Started layering. Okay? My flower, I chose a polka dot one. I wanted to do this one. I thought this was cute. But you know what? And then I cut it almost the same. So I just overlapped it. So I just put this on top. Okay. I didn't want to have to redo it just because I cut it too short. And then this one, I just put it in between. Just like that. My ATG gun later on, I'm going to go ahead and glue this together. And I'm done with this page for now. So moving on with this one. I chose this paper because of the ornaments. I love how the red and the blue and the green pops out of the blue paper. So what I did was I had these, like I said, from the 3 cuts or 3 different stacks that coordinated with these papers, and I started layering them up. Okay? So I wanted maybe somewhere around there. I chose that, and then I chose this one. And there's no right or wrong way to it. It's just how you see it and how you feel it goes together. And then again, I chose this one. So with this, I thought it was okay. I actually thought, oh, okay, that's perfect. I love it the way it looks. But then I looked at it and I said, oh, there's that red ornament. Do I have anything in my scrap drawer that would coordinate well with this? And I found this. I didn't even have to cut it. Okay? So what I did was I put this here. And then I put the rest of my cuts on top of it. Okay? Now I got all the papers to coordinate all 4 layouts. Plus now I got the red to coordinate that. And then I decided that I was completely happy with it. So I'm going to just get my ATG gun as well. Glue all those things together. Alright, now for this one, I chose this. So at first, all I had was these 2 cuts left. Okay, there's my same paper that was in there, which I used there as well. And I had some more of this strip left. And that would have been fine just the way it was. But I wanted, this was the reason why I chose this paper, was this cute little penguin. So I wanted that yellow to pop out. So then I had this on my scrap box. Yellow. It's the perfect yellow. So I got that. Decided that, you know what, it's going to go right there. My floral print will go right there. And now this will go right here. Now that looks really nice. The yellow popping out with the penguin's beak and paws. Now to work on this one. So for this one, I have these papers left. I had the polka dot, and I wanted to put it maybe right here. And then I had these strips left. Now they weren't wide enough as I would have wanted to be, but that's okay. So I'm putting this right here, the bottom, close to the bottom. Then I'm putting this one right here, close to the top. So even though it's not wide enough, I can still have a little bit of it showing. Okay? Then I thought I was done with that, but I found this. I didn't want to throw it away. I could just easily put that there. That looks good as is, and I'm happy with this one. But I wanted to just add another paper from my scrap box, and I went through it and I happened to see this. So I thought it would really look nice with it. But as you notice, it's not the same length. But that's okay. I'll put that here so that's evened out. I'll put this here. And then it was luckily wide enough, even though it wasn't long enough, it was wide enough to where I could put these and center it, and that coordinating color will just pop out. So I love how this turned out. Let me go ahead and use my ATG gun. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue them together, and then I'll come back and show you guys how they turned out. Alright guys, I went ahead and put the papers together for you. And like I said, I had the 4 layouts, and all I did was use my ATG gun and glued each layer together. And the one thing I did do with these strips is that I didn't do this end right here, and also some over here. So I randomly placed the tapes on the side and at the bottom, so that just in case I wanted to insert something in here, a keepsake or a photo that I wanted to add on to the page, then I could go ahead and have it placed in. Okay, I went ahead and got some pictures as samples. So here are my 3 babies. And if I had wanted, say, if I had wanted to put a couple pictures here later on, and of course with this one, I'm probably going to put like 1 or 2 layers of paper underneath it just to border it around. And then maybe I'll put another one here. And then if this one, for example, wouldn't fit, then I could always just insert it in, just like that, if I chose to. I could have this one at the bottom with my little one, and then my big girl on the top, and I could have her inserted in as well, just like that, so that it'll fit. Sometimes I don't like to cut the picture, and that's just an example of what I would do later on. So for the moment, all I did was just glue it in place, and I made it really simple for me just because it is my first one and I didn't want to be too overwhelmed with it. And just to show you how I've already assembled the other 3, I went ahead and put it inside the sleeves. Yeah. And then I did the same with the layers and left the top open just so that I could insert something in there. There you go. Here's the gray one. Did all that layers. Pretty colors. Then here's the last one. And then I did that layers as well. And again, both of them I left the top open just so I can insert some embellishments in there. This paper was from the Winter Wonder Stack, DCWV. Got this at Joann's. And here's my layout. Hope you guys enjoyed my 4 scrapbook layouts today. Happy New Year again, and this is Diane from Simply Simple Scrapping. Thank you.